So much mystery and allure have been stemming from the inclusion of Baby Yoda in The Mandalorian, and rightfully so. Behind those huge eyes and tiny green body hide a world of secrets, which, it appears only the characters in the show are privy to. Now 3 episodes deep, fans and critics alike are dying to know more. Some theories have popped up online which attempt to make sense of Baby Yoda's inclusion in the series, and what it will mean for the future of the narrative. Of the theories that have sprouted up, many as expected, are quite ridiculous, while others are gaining traction and appear to be based within some logic. This video is going to unpack one of the most popular theories, which is that Baby Yoda is a clone or wanted for cloning.
We have you 4-1.
I like those odds.
Some believe that Baby Yoda is a love child of Yoda and Yaddle, and given the timeline of the series and Baby Yoda's age, it all lines up, but does not account for the collective interest from the characters surrounding Baby Yoda. The reason some believe that Baby Yoda is a clone, or to be cloned, stems from Dr. Pershing's armband, which contains the emblem of the Kaminoans. The Kaminoans are a species responsible for creating the clone trooper army and cloning Jango Fett to create his son, Boba Fett. So it makes sense that the client and Dr. Pershing want Baby Yoda for his Force-sensitive abilities to rebuild the Empire. Another cloning theory which has emerged is that Baby Yoda is actually a clone of adult Yoda, who was cloned by none other than Emperor Palpatine before his death. When Palpatine was killed, his spirit took over Baby Yoda's body, and thus Dr. Pershing and the client want Baby Yoda so that Palpatine can help both of them rebuild the Empire once more. The interest that Dr. Pershing and the client exhibit in the series for Baby Yoda is obvious, but perhaps they do not want to clone the baby as much as they want to clone his abilities. Take for example the line which the client makes to Dr. Pershing regarding Baby Yoda: extract the necessary material and be done with it. The client's priority could be specifically to extract Force abilities from Baby Yoda. The Force extracted from Baby Yoda could then be implemented into cloned Sith troopers of the First Order, which are Force sensitive and appear in Episode 9, Rise of the Skywalker. The species which Baby Yoda belongs to has always been shrouded in mystery, and has only been shown by the characters of Yoda and Yaddle thus far. Given their mystery and lack of characters seen in the series, it could suggest that, at least during The Mandalorian, the species might be rare or even extinct. Therefore, Dr. Pershing and the client recognize how powerful the species is and want to clone Baby Yoda for their own malicious intentions, which would be to assemble a powerful army of Yoda-like characters to fight for them and do their bidding as they rebuild the Empire, which eventually becomes the First Order. Perhaps Dr. Pershing and the client do not want to clone Baby Yoda at all. Baby Yoda could already be a clone of Yoda, or a clone of the same species as Yoda. Conversely, the Doctor and the client see Yoda as a major threat to their plans because of his Force abilities. The client and Pershing could want to study the creature so that they are able to understand their flaws and weaknesses. Once understood, they would be able to lead a fight against the species with the intent of destroying them completely. Once the species is eradicated, this would reduce the amount of resistance that the remnants of the Empire would face when trying to establish the First Order. Perhaps Baby Yoda is truly a clone of Yoda himself. Yoda did, after all, learn about the immortality in the Clone Wars series, and he could have cloned himself before his own death. His cloning may have been done to ensure that Luke would no longer be the last Jedi. Dr. Pershing and the client could know somehow about Baby Yoda's potential and want to use it for manipulation. Dr. Pershing's desire to have Baby Yoda captured alive suggests that he at least sees an opportunity to raise Baby Yoda to have as an asset for the First Order. Perhaps Dr. Pershing and the client are interested in studying Baby Yoda for a less obvious reason. The duo may want Baby Yoda not to understand and destroy their species, nor to isolate Baby Yoda's midi-chlorians for cloning to implement Force powers into future Sith troopers. Maybe all that Dr. Pershing and the client want to use Baby Yoda for is to examine his aging process. Currently in the series, the character is the ripe old age of 50. It is still arguably a toddler. When you compare that to a human, that's roughly the halfway point. When compared to Yoda and Yaddle, 50 is roughly 1/8 of Yaddle's whole life, and a measly 1/18 of Yoda's whole life. Both Yaddle and Yoda lived upwards of 400 years, with Yaddle being 438 at the time of her death, and Yoda being a staggering 900 years old when he died. With that incredibly slow aging process, it should not come as a surprise if Dr. Pershing and the client see the value in wanting to figure out how to clone Baby Yoda's aging process to use on themselves or others who are part of the remnants of the Empire. Slowing down their aging would ensure that they would be able to oversee the success of the First Order for centuries to come. Okay, this might be a long shot, but we here at CBR hope that all Dr. Pershing and the client want to do is clone Baby Yoda because of how cute he is. I mean, come on, if you had those cloning capabilities and saw those big eyes and ears, are you telling me you wouldn't want to clone as many as possible? Think of Baby Yoda as the mascot for the First Order. Doesn't make the dark side seem so evil after all. What do you think of the doctors and clients' intentions with Baby Yoda? Do you believe Baby Yoda is a clone, or is going to be used for cloning to help foster the rise of the First Order? Let us know in the comments below, and as always, please subscribe to Comic Book Resources for more of your favorite content on all things geek.